Hey guys, how's it going? It is 2 o'clock and I am doing my live. Let's see. I'm gonna see if. I'm gonna be adding Jen in here because I am going to be doing, as you can see in the descriptions, I am going to be doing a cleanse for 30 days and I want to jump in here and tell you guys a little bit about it. Hi Jen, how's it going?
Good. I was not anticipating turning my phone horizontally, so I'm gonna have to monkey with it for a second.
Oh, that's fine. I know. As soon as every time I try to go live, something happens, and
Right?
like I
Oh,
couldn't get my phone to go horizontal. I kept turning it on and turning it off, and like closing out. And I don't know. Anyone who goes to any of my classes or knows me knows I have a horrible time with technology in general. Like
right? Okay.
so.
We're gonna make it work. We're gonna find a way.
All right. So yeah, like it says in the description, I am going to be doing a 30-day cleanse trial period. And I brought my friend Jen on here with me because she is the cleanse expert, or at least she is for today. Jen, why don't you introduce yourself?
Sure. Yeah. Hi, everyone. So Mel and I had a chance to meet earlier this year through a mutual friend, which
Mhm.
I love that when that happens. When you know someone, they're like, okay, you two need to meet seriously.
Right.
Yeah, I have a background. I have a master's in public health and worked in the nonprofit sector actually in well-being for like a decade before going out on my own with a business just last year. So I'm having a lot of fun like meeting other entrepreneurs in the community like Mel and just,
Me. Sorry, I'm just saying hi to people popping up.
of course.
Continue.
All right.
So, so we've known each other for a little bit. We've been talking back and forth. I'll have to post some of our pictures from one of our meetings that we had earlier in the year. It was cute. So I'm doing a cleanse, and Jen's going to be helping me. And the reason why I'm doing it, there's a lot of different reasons to do a cleanse. And my main reasons this time around is really I just find that I was kind of getting bloated and having some gut issues, and I feel like a lot of it has to do with serving sizes because as I go, I start getting a little more lax with the serving sizes. And I feel like I need to give myself a little bit of a rest. So it's not necessarily a fast, it's just more of me taking in a little less calories, allowing my body to handle portions a little bit better, but also things like probiotics and stuff to help regulate that and just feel better, feel lighter, reboot, maybe cut back on cravings, just kind of give myself a fresh start. Jen, what do you think? What do you do? Why do you do the cleanses?
Sure. Yeah. So for me, I was one of those people who, when I heard the word cleanse, I was like, oh my goodness, what is that? Do I have to like be in the bathroom? What does that mean? Right? Like I was legitimately worried when my friend told me about a cleanse. But turns
Right,
out like a colon cleanse, that's not what we're talking about here, right? Like some
right,
totally
right.
what we're talking about here is a cellular cleanse. And what, for me, the reason I was first interested in this last year was because I just felt like really exhausted and like, I don't know if anyone can identify, but like junked up,
Yeah,
right? Does that make sense?
yeah,
Where you feel like your body's just dragging, right? So,
right.
right? Like, I mean, we think we all feel that even if we are health and fitness professionals or we just strive to lead a healthy lifestyle, like sometimes our body just starts to drag a little and we need to kind of reboot, like Mel was saying. But at this point, I've worked with myself, obviously, but a few hundred people, and people will do nutritional cleansing for so many reasons, whether it is for weight loss, because it can be very effective for that,
Right.
or if people have like GI issues, digestive health issues, where things are just not functioning the way they want them to, or they're feeling really bloated, like you mentioned, Mel. That's
Right.
another great reason. One of the things that I love about nutritional cleansing is that it really helps to boost our immunity as well. When we get our gut
Right.
health really in line, I mean, you know about this, Mel, I'm sure, right? Your immune system really starts to work, at a much more optimal level. And that's huge going into the winter here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think I like it because this time of year, I think everyone's kind of ready to do something new.
Mhm.
Summer's coming to an end, and now we're stuck indoors. And it's just, I feel like it's a really good time to reboot, refresh, and kind of work out some of those kinks. So I'm really excited to get going on this. What would you say? Now, one thing I did want to mention is that I was kind of excited because, as some of you know, I am going to be working with the Wellness Way, and I've already started doing some stuff with them. So for me, I have principles and I'm kind of like testing the waters, and I want to see, and make sure things kind of line up with my principles and the way I see health, because that's very important to me. I found out recently that one of the Wellness Way affiliates also sells isogenics. So for me, it was kind of cool because I got to interview them a little bit before coming on here with you. So just, doing my homework. And I want everyone to know that when I'm doing something, I'm doing it because I care about everyone, and I want to make sure that I'm making very educated decisions, and I want to try it out myself. I don't want to, put something out there that I haven't tried myself. So that's really important to me. Also, I have my own program, as some of you guys know, the Ultimate Female Weight Loss and Lifestyle Formula. And I don't have anything like people ask me, well, do you have a nutritional program? Do you have this? I don't have anything specific. So for me, this is a good opportunity to, try out something and say, could this possibly be a right fit for me and what I'm doing? What do you think about that?
Well, two things. One, Mel, you're smart, because whenever you do anything, it's good, right, to try it out for yourself, but it's also good to have a sample size of more than one, right? So like when I did, I was super skeptical, and I thought, okay, I am not even trusting enough to just do this by myself. I'm going to have a couple of my friends and my husband do this with me, because I need to see, like, if this just works for me, maybe it's just like in my head, right? So I need to see if it's working for other people too. So you've been super smart in saying like, okay, I'm gonna have a couple friends do this with me, a couple clients, like we're all gonna test it out and really like look at goals beyond just weight loss, although that is like a super happy side effect if people are looking for that, but also just feeling really good. So I think that is like so on point. But also the idea of having it align with your principles and your philosophy, that is something that is so important, because there's a lot of different ideas and you shoulds out there, like online or your friends or on social media, and it's important to find what really aligns with your philosophy around health. And so a really restrictive diet that's all about calories in, calories out, that never resonated with me. Like living and dying by the scale, like that's not that's not healthy. A good measure sometimes, but just the scale is the only thing that matters. That's not healthy. And so with something like isogenics that I think resonates with both of us is saying, okay, it's not about that. It's about healing the body from the inside out. And what we know is that when our body's functioning well on the inside, then we see the things we want on the outside. So I think,
and one thing, I wanted you to talk a little bit about like the quality too, because I don't know if people know the difference between products or anything like that, but can you just speak a little bit to the quality of isogenics? I've heard good things.
Yes. So I definitely, I'm not an expert on many other product lines, so I won't go over this. What I will say with isogenics is that, there is quite a bit of clinical research to accompany it. So that, like with my public health nerd hat on, I was like, okay, I like that. But they have something called a no compromise ingredient policy, which is huge, because I think we've all seen those reports, like on social media or in the news or whatever, that's like, we took all of these cans of protein from Costco or from wherever, and, they were all mislabeled. And the reality is there's not a lot of enforcement about what a manufacturer will write on the outside of a bottle, even if you're at GNC or wherever. Like, it's not necessarily the store's fault, it's the manufacturer that can essentially kind of get away with writing whatever they want in a lot of cases. And so what spoke to me is that isogenics invests tens of millions of dollars in third-party testing every year to ensure that whatever they say is going to be in the product is there, and it's pure and it is not contaminated in any way. So that for me, since my kids drink these shakes too, right? So like if I'm going to put this in my body and put it in my kids' body, like it better be what say it's going to be. So that no compromise ingredient policy was huge for me. And then just the size of the R&D team and the really careful consideration they put into each time they kind of add more to their systems or to the market was huge for me.
Yeah, very cool. And that's good for me to know too. Like the more I know about a product, once I've tried it out, like then I can feel more confident just telling other people about it too, because that's obviously one of my number one concerns. The only other one concern that I do have that I'm not sure if you know about as much, but I'm learning more about now that I'm with the Wellness Way, is that food sensitivities. So that's one thing that isn't necessarily a product issue. It'd be more of a personalized issue. So that would be one thing that, if anyone has done food testing, that's one thing that you want to make sure that you know before consuming any product is what kind of ingredients it has. Now, it might be completely healthy and
Mhm.
by most standards, but if you're going to be sensitive to it, then obviously it's not a product. And I know Isogenics has a lot of different products with different ingredients. So, you know, if something doesn't work for you with your food sensitivity, or if you get through your food sensitivity because you stay away from it long enough and it heals itself, but make sure you look into that too before trying any products. And that's any products,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, that's so important to mention, because just because something works well for me doesn't mean it works well for you, which is why, you know, you've got to try things. But I will
right,
say I have loved, I've got a girlfriend, I don't know if she's watching right now or not, I didn't see her name, but that has celiac disease very
yeah,
severely. When she started with Isogenics with me, you know, she didn't have any weight to lose. It wasn't about that at all. She just wanted to find a food source that was safe for her. And so one of the things that I love is that it's gluten-free, and gluten-free, not just we write it on there, but to the level that someone with, you know, severe celiac, a friend of mine, right, could eat this food
right.
and feel good. Same thing with it being soy-free, being non-GMO, being organic, you know, all of those different things that as a baseline we know are just going to be better for us, but also that
Right.
information being available so that if you are vegan or dairy free, for example, you
Right.
can choose a nutritional cleanse system and set of products that's going to work best for you. You're not
And
forced
that's what
into
I'll
one.
be doing. I'll be doing the vegan, dairy-free options too, just because of health reasons, but also, you know, just the way I live my life. But there are other options too. So you
Mm-hmm.
know, was there one thing I did want to say was, you know, if you are interested, you know, just message me, because it, like we were saying before, it's kind of cool to do it together. I know even as a health professional and me being in the field for 16 or 17 years. I hate saying that. But you know, I still look for that accountability. I still appreciate that. I like, you know, keeping myself accountable to the things I say I'm going to do, especially since sometimes it's not the easiest. I mean, it sounds all romantic and sexy to do, you know, these nutritional cleanses, but it can be hard. And so it's good to have accountability and people supporting you. So if you are interested or you want to learn a little bit more about it, just message me afterwards, and you know, I'd love to talk to you a little bit more about it. The more the merrier, obviously.
Right. That
Right.
accountability piece is so huge, because I mean, the reality is we will quit on ourselves all day long. But when we have people that are depending on us, and even if that depending
Mhm.
means like, hey, I'm going to text them that I, you know,
Right.
got to the gym, or that I had my shake, or that I stuck to my cleanse, whatever it is,
Right.
that's going to keep us going, because we don't want to not show up for other people. So that's where I would say, like, if you are feeling that junky feeling that I, you know, that we were talking about, and like, or you've got a weight loss goal, whatever that piece of it that resonates with you, like, I would encourage you, reach out to Mel and join her little accountability group that she's putting together, because that's going to be a huge opportunity, because we don't always have that built-in accountability. And even sometimes when we ask people for it, they aren't, it's not in the same place in their life. So it's like, here's an opportunity served up to you. If you want accountability, Mel will text you every day. No.
Oh, I absolutely will. I am ready. I'm ready to get rid of the bloat. I'm ready to have more energy. I'm ready to get rid of my cravings. I'm just ready to feel a little bit lighter. So I think this is happening at the perfect time. So hopefully this is going to resonate with someone and they want to join me, because I could use, I mean, I already have a couple people, but I could definitely use a little bit more accountability to make it through the end. And then, you know, be able to share, you know, how everything went. And go on Instagram and follow me there, because I will be sharing some ab pics to see how my bloating
Right?
and fluffing
Yeah.
is turning
Hey,
out.
would it be okay, Mel, if I shared real quick? I know, you know, we hit the
Yeah.
before really well, but I would like, I've been doing this for 18 months now. And I would say after my first 30 days, one of the biggest differences that I noticed was really having a lot more mental clarity. And that's something that I know resonates with a lot of people, where oftentimes in our attempts to be healthy, we maybe restrict a little too much and then binge a little too
Yeah.
much. And it's not just about our waistline. It really, our heads can get really foggy feeling when we're messing around with our macros and with this and with our calorie count and everything too much, right? And
Or just
so,
eating junk food in general too. Like eating a lot of junk does that for
mhm.
sure.
So I noticed a lot more mental clarity. And then these are just my personal, you know, anecdotes and my observations of what happened for me. I mean, it's nutrition, right? So it's gonna do different things in everybody's body, but generally the same. But the other
Right.
thing I would say that I really noticed is that I used to have a really big issue with self-control. And I felt like whenever I was trying to be healthy, it was just like a battle of the
Mm-hmm.
will, right? And it's
Yeah.
the funny thing about digestive health and about really getting your body functioning well from the inside out, and again, with making sure your hormone levels are correct, is that your cravings shift. right? It's no
Right.
longer about, oh, I shouldn't eat this. I'm bad if I eat this. I have to have a cheat day, any of that. Your body, give yourself 30 days to reset and stick to
Yep.
the routine. You got to build the habit, but your body will start to tell you when it's hungry, when it's not hungry, and when to stop. And that is so
That's
free.
what I'm looking for.
It's so freeing, right?
That's
To not.
what I'm looking for. That's the big thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's the craving. It's the just eating. It's just the, yeah, it's the feeling like you're not really in control. You're just kind of like, all right, now what am I going to eat?
Right? Can anyone else? I know we have a number of viewers here. Can anyone else identify with that? Where you feel like in order to eat the right things, you have to academically, right? Is this from truth, right, Stephanie? Like
Right.
academically, you have to be like, okay, no, don't eat it, stop,
Right.
right? Have your body just tell you instead of having to tell yourself. It's amazing, right? So
Right.
that's huge. That's one of my favorite parts about nutritional cleansing is that it fits into your lifestyle. It becomes a habit that you can sustain in the long run, and it just gives you freedom around
Yeah.
food.
Yeah, making it easier so it doesn't feel like a
Mm-hmm.
constant struggle, and so it's not every day. Like we have
Mm-hmm.
more important things to think about and focus on than our cravings, and so it's time to like just do this and then move on to more important things.
Right,
Yes.
right.
After
Actually,
30 days, Stephanie said she felt amazing and she loved it. That's awesome.
Heather, same
Yes,
thing.
Heather.
Craving
Yeah,
control.
awesome.
Good
Yeah,
to hear.
guys, if you guys have experience, even afterwards when we're done, put it below. I'd love to read more about it. Like I said, I'm going to be just starting. I just got my box. So, yeah, I want to know how you guys did on it because I'm a newbie to this. So I want to learn from you guys too.
Awesome. Well, if anybody has any specific questions, drop them below. If you do want to
Yep.
opt into the full accountability group we're putting together, you're going to have
Yes.
both I to cheer you on and to answer any questions. So it's going to be kind of fun, I think.
Yeah, I'm excited. All right, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up there. Thank you so much, Jen, for jumping in here and
Yeah,
telling us a little bit more about it. Again, in the comments below, if you're watching this afterwards, just put replay and tell me, have you done a cleanse before? Have you done this cleanse before? Are you interested in doing a cleanse? Otherwise, you can always just PM me and I can give you some more information. You can join me this time. All right, guys? All right.
Awesome. Thanks, Mel.
Guys, bye, Jen.
Bye.